Yo, welcome everybody to the ISM Show. This is episode 10, and for those of you who habla español, that is episode 10, right? Yes.
Decent French.
Oh, we are multicultural, even though it's 3 white dudes. Cool, roll it. So we've been inspired by students like the Wilson boys. How many nuggets did the Wilson boys eat?
1,000.
Like at least, like at least 2,000, right?
Yeah.
Like Ty and Noah, we're so proud of you guys. Way to crush it. You did a phenomenal job. I know Sal Mendoza at Belmont Assembly grabbed a group of students, and they did a chicken nugget challenge online as well. Sal, how many total nuggets did you guys eat?
I think he ate like 60.
He ate 60. So, like, the reigning champion right now, is it Ty or Noah? Who I think one of them ate like
Noah
80.
ate more.
Did one of them eat?
Yeah. He ate like either high 70s or into the 80s.
High 70s or into the 80s. So we might have to put down, like, one of us might have to put down over 80 nuggets to be insured of the victory.
I'm going to you two.
Okay. Do you think we can do it?
I'm very hungry today. Yes.
Ty went crazy, but I think I can beat Ty. But they were using.
Ty was like 73 though.
Okay, but
like
let's be
He
fair.
ate a lot.
They were using Chick-fil-A nuggets, which are smaller than these nuggets. These nuggets are huge. These are big nuggets.
Yeah, decent size.
I mean, these are like maybe a McDonald's size nugget. The Chick-fil-A nuggets are maybe like a half or 2/3 the size of this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but here's the thing. What they were doing is they were eating these chicken nuggets in order to raise money for Speed the Light. And so what we're going to be doing throughout this episode is we're going to be eating some chicken nuggets, and we're going to see how we do. And so what we'll do is we have 10 nuggets on our plate each right now. Mm-hmm. And once we finish off these nuggets, Buddy Barrel will come in and give us an additional 5 nuggets. And so we'll just see where we're at by the end of the show. Sound good?
Sounds
great. I'm excited for this.
Have you even eaten one yet? You
No.
guys even started yet?
No.
Okay, well, the nuggets are getting cold. So, students, here's the deal. Like, we're super excited because the unconventional give day was on Tuesday. It's today right now while we're filming. And even while we're filming, like, my phone is blowing up. Youth pastors and students from across our district are just giving me reports of what they've done and how they've given. And I'm really motivated by this because what I'm seeing is a lot of our students actually taking initiative to give. They're the ones that are doing these crazy things like a chicken nugget challenge. Cole, you walked for 12 straight hours.
Yes.
With like a group of junior high boys. How was that? Like what was that all about?
I want to just say they're about to be freshmen now, so it was way better than just having a group of junior hires follow you around for 12 hours. Anyways, it was awesome. You know, we got up we met at 8:30 in the morning, and started our walkathon at 9 o'clock, went from 9 to 9, 12 hours. And we just walked around our town the whole time. It was completely their idea. I want to say that first and foremost because it was all them. They wanted to do it because they just wanted to do it together. And I think that was something that was really cool. And, we were together the whole time. And even though like halfway through, some of us were not feeling it because, getting in there 7 hours of walking, you feel a little bit. It was
hot, wasn't it?
It was hot too. It was like
95 degrees outside that day.
Yeah, 95 degrees at the middle of the day.
My son Caleb was with you, and he came home like burnt. He looked like this ketchup on my plate. He was burnt.
Oh yeah, he's still burnt. I've seen him. He's still burnt today.
He's still burnt. He's got a little peeling going on. It's totally fine. Once you get a little bit of sunburn, that's what happens. But how much did you guys end up raising by doing that?
Well, it's awesome. Excuse me.
If you would like to chew your food, that'd be great.
Have some
manners.
There we go. All right, we're good. We had a goal of 1,500 between, 6 of us, me included. There were 6 of us, and we had a goal of 1,500. And today we just passed that goal by a lot. We doubled the goal actually, and got $3,000.01.
Okay, boomer. Crap! That was the wrong one. Is it this one?
All right. There it is. Yeah. $3,000.01 is what we got. And thank you to Billy Willis for donating that 1 cent and putting this over $3,000.
But he didn't just donate 1 cent. He
No,
donated,
it was like 101 cent.
He did donate $100 plus 1 cent. Thank you, Billy, for that $100 and 1 cent donation, and that's incredibly generous. So, you guys put this together when? Like a couple weeks ago?
It was 1 week before the day we did it. We did it last Thursday, so that was the 25th of June.
So less than 2 weeks ago, really. Less than 2 weeks
Yes,
ago, you guys.
From today, less than 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks ago, you guys came up with a plan and you executed the plan, and all you did was walk around for 12 hours and get pledges, and you guys ended up making over $3,000 for Speed the Light just because of that. Josh, if you don't mind, and I know you're chewing on some nuggets right now, but can you talk to us about like what you did for Speed the Light for the Unconventional Give Day? Because I thought it was actually pretty incredible.
Yeah, I just swallowed my nugget, so
Oh, well done.
I'm good to talk, yeah. So what I did was I – sorry, I'm watching Buddy walk around back there. So I made 1,000 free throws in one day. And so Zach and I were there together. Zach helped rebound for me. I definitely would not have been able to do it as quickly as I did without Zach and everything. And just him talking to me and encouraging me. And so we live streamed it. And, yeah, so I just made 1,000 free throws. It took about 5 hours. But, yeah.
So talk to us. So, like, how much money did you make?
So I'll actually –
No, go through all of it.
I'll give you the beginning part. So
thanks, buddy.
Afterwards, my goal, like I had told people, like I wanted to raise $1,000, but like in my head, I was like, but it'd be pretty cool, like if I could get to 1,500. I just like hadn't talked about that one. And so after it was all over, I counted it all up, and I raised $1,500, like about $40 over that.
Yeah.
So like I was just called $1,500. And like I was so excited. I was so happy. And then today on a Zoom call with a bunch of guys.
Let's drop some names. Who are you on a Zoom call with?
Anthony Tolliver.
Yeah, Anthony
NBA
Tolliver,
player.
NBA player from the Memphis Grizzlies. We were just on a Zoom call with Anthony Tolliver from the Memphis Grizzlies, which was awesome, and John Bongiorno.
Yeah.
And Eric Hoffman. And Dave Bongiorno as well. And these guys are all, just to give you guys some context, these are all guys who are heavily involved with or run World Serve International. And that's what we're giving to through Speed the Light to dig these water wells in Africa. And I think it's so cool that guys like Tolliver and like Malcolm Brogdon?
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon are involved in this initiative. NFL players, guys like Chris Long, give to this as well. They're all in on this movement to help provide clean drinking water in Africa. And so we're on this Zoom call with these guys, and Josh is explaining what he did. And then what happened? What happened in that Zoom call?
It was, I'm still like so shocked about it.
Yeah.
But so I talked about it, and then like we heard from some of the other people, and then John came back on and asked me how much money I raised again. And I said $1,500, and he said, "Well, no, I'm gonna give you $1,000 so you can start telling people you raised $2,500."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So
that's incredible.
Yeah,
that's incredible,
that
isn't it? So like now you've raised $2,500 for Speed the Light just by shooting free throws, by shooting 1,000 free throws, right? That's absolutely insane, and that's what I'm talking about. So, and I have a little story too. It was actually really funny today. I was just messing around online, and you guys know,
funny.
You guys know, like I'm a huge Cubs fan, right? Like I'm just a massive Cubs fan. But I've lived in the St. Louis area for the past however many years now, and I get no end of grief. But I got to be fair, I dish it out too. So like and it's all in fun. It's all in fun, you know. And so today I said, hey, if you guys give me $100 for Speed the Light, I'll wear a Cardinals jersey. Give me $200, I'll throw on a Cardinals hat. If you give me $500, I'll record myself wearing this stuff. I'll go on live to the ISM show with all this stuff. And then somebody comes on to that comment thread, and everybody's like, oh, let's do this. Let's make sure he has to wear Cardinal stuff. And then a Cubs fan comes on and is like, I'll give you $1,000 if you burn a Cardinals jersey. And I'm like, bet. He gave $1,000
Yep.
to Speed the Light. So we're going to go ahead and open up this for voting. Which Cardinals jersey would you like me to burn? Would it be Waino, Waka, Molina? I don't know. I feel like if you burn a Molina jersey, that's like St. Louis will start to weep in unison. I have mad respect for Yachty. He's a great catcher. So I don't know if I could burn a Yachty jersey. Maybe I could. Yeah, maybe I could.
It was $1,000, so I mean,
yeah,
might as well.
Might as well. So, like, actually, what I will do is I'll open it up to this. If you want to save the Cardinals jersey, I'm going to need to see another $1,000 come in. So $1,001 needs to come in, and I will save the Cardinals jersey. $2,000 comes in, and I will wear the Cardinals jersey.
While it burns.
While it's on fire.
That'd be crazy.
And then if somebody donates 50 cents to Speed the Light, 50 cents to Speed the Light right now, I'll burn a White Sox jersey. All right? No problem. I was just saying, it's all for missions. It's all for missions, right? So I guess what I'm saying is, like, you never know what's going to happen. Put yourself out there and watch what God does with it. I think people are looking for an excuse to give to something and to give to something that's just bigger than themselves. And I think this is such an incredible opportunity for us. And we've seen students all over the district using their talents and their gifts and abilities to raise money for Speed the Light, doing things like eating chicken nuggets. And they're raising like all of this money. There is a young lady in Chicago who's making handmade journals. I know I bought some from her, and she was doing this all for Speed the Light. And it's really incredible to watch students just use their gifts. And this is something that I will preach until the day that I'm dead. Yes, it's great when we see churches cutting checks for Speed the Light. It's great when we see leaders giving to Speed the Light. But what really gets me going is when our students are like, you know what, I'm going to own that. Because that's how we know discipleship is actually taking place. That's how we know that our students that we're ministering to have decided to hold on loosely to the things of this world so that they could give everything freely and easily to Jesus Christ. I've seen there's a group of girls in Princeton. I think they're doing a walkathon and they're raising a ton of money. We know that that there's kids in Princeton, there's kids in Ottawa, there's kids in Roscoe, there are students in Chicago, there are students all over our state right now in Moline that are doing incredible things for Speed the Light right now. And they're just owning it. Like, they're not waiting for permission. They're just like, no, there's a need. I'm going to go ahead and fill it. You guys see that happening too?
Yeah, for sure. I want to add on, like, something else incredible that happened with the walkathon. Is the boys, too. They gave from their own pockets as well. You know, you could see that they have the heart for it as well. They were putting their money where their mouth is. Like, they weren't just doing it so other people could give. Like, they were there. They were ready to go, and they gave, like, individually. It was like between $50 to $100, like whatever they wanted to give. And you know, they definitely had that heart behind it all too. Instead of just wanting to make other people give to what they're doing.
That's powerful. Like, I'm really glad that you said that, because it's one thing for students to ask for other people's money to give to Speed the Light. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to make light of that. Those boys walked for 12 hours. So they gave, right? Like, even if they didn't give their own money, they gave. That's big boy stuff, like, to just be out there walking in the heat for 12 hours to send a message. That's unconventional. Like, when teenagers, especially young men who are going into their freshman year of high school, are like, you know what? I'm going to put down the Fortnite controller. I'm gonna put down social media, and I'm actually gonna do something that makes a difference in this world. That's just an absolutely massive deal. Cole, while you're scooping some more nuggets out, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Didn't you have, like, randos come up to you and just say, like, I'm gonna give you money because I heard what you guys were doing?
There was one random person that did come up and it was during one of the live streams that I did. It was whenever I was talking with Pastor Joey Silva. So if you were there during that live stream, or if you go back and look at it now, you like see like that interaction kind of happen. But it was really cool because we're just walking through the neighborhood, and this person is driving by, and they stop, they slow down, and they begin reversing because we're going one way and they're going the other. They're reversing the whole time, talking to Caleb. Caleb was the one that was doing the interaction, and
That's terrifying where I grew up.
yeah, but it was not in Bethalto. Bethalto's been pretty safe, and there's 6 of us. But yeah, it's like that person was just going in reverse, talking, saying, "Hey, I see that you guys are doing this. Or what are you doing this for?" And they had the money ready to go because it was like they didn't even know what it was going for in that moment, but they knew that it was being done for some reason. They were ready to give towards it, which is really cool.
And I think that's like that speaks like people are ready to give to something right now. Like people see all of the chaos and all of the hurt and all of the despair that's in the world. And let's just be real. Like when you sit at home on your couch and you watch the news, aren't you thinking to yourself like, I wish there was something that I could do about this. I feel so powerless. I feel so helpless right now. But you're not. You're not powerless. You're not helpless. There is something that you can do. And the one thing that you need to realize is, number one, you can pray. You can pray, and you can, man. And the thing that's crazy to me is that because of lukewarm Christianity, we've made "I will pray for that" such a token thing, and it drives me crazy. Because prayer is so powerful. Prayer moves things. God taught us to pray. Jesus taught us how specifically to pray. And so we need to remember that in everything that we do. Like there is something you can do. You can pray, but something else you can do is you can give. And people are looking to give. It makes them feel like they're making a difference. And it goes beyond that. They actually are making a difference in the world, aren't they? Like you would agree with that, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
I think all of us would. And I think that's what's so incredible in this moment. And students, that's why I'm telling you, look, yes, we passed the unconventional give day. Like by the time this is airing, it's Friday, and it's past the unconventional give day. But we do have another initiative that's coming up, and we are actually releasing all of the promo materials for this and for your youth ministries next week. And it's going to be called the Walk for Water. And what we're going to be challenging you to do is to walk 1, 3, or 5 miles with a gallon or 2 gallons of water in your hand and get pledges for doing this walk. You can get pledge per mile that you walk, or you can just ask people if they would just donate $20 a pop to your walk. If you can't walk a mile, then do what you can. If you want to walk more than 5 miles, walk as much as you possibly can. Obviously, talk to your parents about it, and make sure you're not pushing yourself like too crazy and too hard on a day that's too hot. Keep yourself hydrated, all that good stuff.
12-hour walkathon, right? Carrying water.
Right. But what you want? How many miles did you guys walk that day? Do you remember?
It was okay. So it was all over the place because I started keeping track of it 20 minutes in, but it was around 26.2. So we walked the marathon.
You actually walked the marathon.
We walked the whole marathon.
And that took you 12 hours.
12 hours. And
right?
we did have to stop every now and then, but we still ended up walking 26.2 miles.
Yeah, and so this is one of the things. Hey, thanks so much, buddy. I appreciate the extra nugs. Let me grab 5 more real quick here from you. And this would bring me up to 20 nuggets so far.
If you eat all those.
If I eat all of them, I will be at 20. But I am slowing down.
Now.
You're at 21?
Yes, I'm hungry.
I'm getting full.
Teresa, feed this boy, right? Anyways, you guys walked the whole marathon. And the thing that I love about this is that students from all over Illinois can do something as simple as walking or biking. And if you're not physically able to walk, you can find somebody that can help you out. You can push past some of your boundaries and some of your limitations so that you can help our missionaries be unlimited in their approach in reaching people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. I know that this is a really big opportunity coming up for us at the end of July. and at the beginning of August, whenever your youth ministry decides to do this. And pastors, I would really encourage you to get your whole church on board with this thing. Get your children's ministries doing this for BGMC. Get your student ministries doing this for Speed the Light. And get these students' parents out there with them, walking with these students so that they can raise more money and so that they can raise more awareness as well. And the thing that I think that I'm the most excited about in this season is that we're not trying to raise money as much as we're trying to raise up a new generation of givers, right? Students who will sacrifice for the gospel of Jesus Christ, students who will give their time and who will give their attention and who will give their focus and who will donate their talents and gifts and abilities to see the gospel spread to every corner of the world, and so that the kingdom of God can be built up. I mean, that was just, did you know that like shooting 1,000 free throws was going to be something that would become exponentially bigger than what you were trying to make it that day?
No. I was so surprised. And like during the live stream, Zach and I were talking about how this is just bigger than us. This is, God's going to use us in ways that we couldn't thought imaginable, that we could think of. So this is bigger than us. All this money is going to it. Because, like, there were people who, like, don't really know about Speed to Light or anything like that. So I was, like, talking to them about it and, like, saying, like, none of this money's staying with us. This is going to something bigger than us. This is going to a cause bigger than Zach and I. But, like, outside of that, like, I just, like, naturally I thought, like, yeah, like, God can use this in a significant way. But, like, I hadn't necessarily thought of, like, man, what if he just absolutely blows it out of the water and just, like, takes my expectations, just smashes them. And, yeah, it was like a humbling feeling to be like, man, like, I'm really not in control of this. Like,
right.
All I did was shoot free throws, and God just took it and ran the rest of the way. Yeah, so, yeah.
It's like you did everything you can, and then you watched God do everything that you couldn't, you know? And that's so incredible. That's so incredible because, and I mean, like, what can God do with a student and an idea, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we really need to think of in this moment. And I think there's a couple of students that are out there, and you think, well, there's no way I'm raising $3,000. There's no way I'm raising $2,500. Well, I don't think Cole and Josh came into this thing thinking, you know what, together, you know, a couple weeks ago we're sitting on the ISM show and they were talking to me about like their ideas or maybe some of the things that were rumbling. I didn't think that I was going to be sitting here like, you know, $5,500 later. You guys raised together, the two of you, within 2 weeks of just coming up with ideas and just trusting God to do something crazy with it. You've both helped to raise $5,500 in 1 cent. $1 cent to Speed the Light.
I want to say what's crazy is I remember I was in a call with my boys and we were talking about it and we were trying to decide what the goal was. And I can't remember who, it might have been me, but like someone threw out $5,000, $5,000. We can easily get that. I think it was Caleb. I think Caleb was like, we can easily get $5,000. And like realistically, I was like, I don't know. I don't know about $5,000, like $1,000 each. Like, come on, I don't know. And so I'm like, okay, let's shoot a little bit lower, a little bit more realistic in that sense. So that's whenever we landed on 1,500 between the six of us. And then like God gave us double that, double our goal, $3,000, closer to $5,000 than we ever would have imagined, which is insane. It's totally insane to me.
Not more than my son Caleb would have imagined because he was full of faith and said $5,000, but that's okay.
It was a halfway point. God met us halfway right there.
No, but Cole, I want to say something. And here's what I appreciate is that you led this situation out. And like, you know, there's this, when Cole says the boys, that's actually a group of young men that Cole is helping to disciple in his youth ministry. My son happens to be a part of that group. And I appreciate that so much. A lot of times when we say leaders need to lead, we automatically think that it's just about money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to lead out and my students are going to be motivated because I'm going to give $1,000 to Speed the Light, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Cool, put your money where your mouth is. There's nothing wrong with that. Leaders continue to give and disciple in that way, but you need to put your time where your mouth is. You need to put your investments where your mouth is. You need to put your discipleship time where your mouth is as well, because you have a group of students, and like some of your students might not be able to think of ideas on their own, and you might need to be the one that steps in and encourages them. Like Cole didn't say, boys, go and do a walk. He said, let's go and do a walk. He involved himself in that process. So youth pastor, what does it look like when your student wants to make, duct tape wallets for Speed the Light? Here's what it looks like. Go and buy them the duct tape that they'll need to make the duct tape wallets. If your students want to shoot free throws for Speed the Light, show up at the gym and do what Zach did with Josh and rebound for him and encourage them and throw the ball back at him. If you have a student that wants to walk dogs for Speed the Light, go on a couple of dog walks with them and encourage them and tell them how proud you are of them in that moment. Help your students out. If your students want to do a t-shirt design, help them with it. If your students want to create journals, help them with it. Give them the resources, give them the supplies, give them the encouragement. Lead through this movement in this moment with them. I think that's so powerful, and I appreciated that so much about your leadership. It's not just about igniting the flame, but it's also helping the kids to keep it burning as well. It's just awesome, man. It's super cool, and I really appreciate that. How many nuggets did you get?
I got to 25.
You got to 25?
25.
I ate more than you.
Did you?
I'm positive I ate more than you.
Did you not count?
I have 20 nuggets were put on my plate, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I ate 11 nuggets.
I ate like 15.
You did, huh?
Or more. All right,
Oh, you're going to eat one just because I am?
I can't keep going, guys. I'm
You're done? What'd you get to?
Okay, if
Final stretch.
I'll keep eating if you can get to 25.
Let's go. Okay,
if
just
you
keep recording.
If you can
and
get
we're
to
gonna
25, then I'll keep eating.
I can get to 25. That one.
That's the one right
I
there?
thought I might be able to until I put that in my mouth.
I don't know, buddy. Come back in like 2 minutes. I'll go for 30. I'll go for 30. My stomach hurts.
Gosh, I'm going to eat salad for the rest of the week.
100%.
What are you at?
29.
I think I've eaten 16 nugs.
Now I'm at 30 nugs.
I'm at heart disease. I feel like every nugget from this moment forward is another mistake.
He's going for it.
Did you say hit me?
Yeah.
This is like eBay, buddy. I'm bidding you up. You're going to win. Or you're going to pay for it. Every nugget that I eat
Do we have
is
a
another
trash
year
can?
off of my life.
Just in case. I have a feeling Josh,
Hit 23?
he's still on his 23rd.
24.
No way. No way.
How you doing over there, third place? Bow out!
3/4.
Bow out. Bow
Go.
out right now. Did you just do
He
the
did the whole
nug?
thing? He's ahead now, Chris.
That's because I pushed him.
0.5
Ladies
nugs.
and gentlemen, I will gladly come in third place so that Josh pukes.
Well, he hasn't finished the nug yet. We don't know.
Yeah, well, he don't know if it's you're gonna do it.
He may not even do it.
Hey, when we're done, let's go run around the lake one time.
One time. Race. See who wins.
You got that? You gonna do it? We're not doing that. There's no way. I'd vomit all over Lake Williamson. Well,
Not there yet.
in retrospect, this was a terrible idea.
I don't know how.
Hopefully, you guys will donate to Speed the Light because we did this. We were inspired by students.
You know, I got
all
the whole,
over the state of Illinois.
I got all these nugs right here, and I'm smelling them. I do not like it whatsoever.
Are you going to do another one?
No. I can't.
I'm not eating another thing today. I'm
Me
done.
neither. I'm done for the rest of the day.
I'm tapped out.
This was my 2,000 calories right here.
That was the worst decision I've ever made in my life. That was really dumb.
That was the dumbest thing I think I've ever done in my life.
I'm so fat. I'm so fat. Oh. What have we done?
This was your idea.
Well, no. It was the students of Illinois' idea.
For us to do this?
Well, they motivated us.
That's true.
And it's our love for them that drove us to do this. We love you guys very much. We love you so much that we are going to spare you the vomiting that's about to happen by saying, please join us next week. And do not forget to follow us on all of your favorite streaming platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Apple? Apple.
Apple Podcasts.
And if you don't have that, definitely listen to us on Apple Podcasts
That's
as well.
the one.
We love you guys. Have a great week. And remember, go hard for Jesus and think of creative ways to give to speed the light.